The year is 2016. I am done with university. I'm finishing university. And through university, I had been a leader at school. Had tried to do one or two things here and there. And I think in the year 2016, when we were just about to finish university, is when we start a similar business that like what I do now. I started it with a friend of mine, which was also a deliverables business, and we're using motorbikes to deliver for specifically e-commerce companies. The business did not take off. We due to management issues, capital, maybe we're also too early in the market. The business just didn't take off, and that closed. I think we then ran a fintech with another friend at that same time. And as that was happening, it's when the idea of Ridelink also came up. So yeah, a lot of my story also dates back to earlier years. I grew up with my mom as well, and I used to help her a lot at her grocery store. She used to do agricultural produce, and then take it to the marketplace. And I was always there. Well, interestingly, one of the reasons as why that business failed was because it was very expensive for us to always move that produce from the market, from where we pick it to the market space. Either the truck could break down, or the driver wasn't there, or if they were there, they're going to charge a premium price. And you found that you're spending about 40% of your money on transport alone. And so over the years, it became as if we were working for the transporter. And so the business closed. And yeah, it was a tough time, sad for us. Then in my later years, I now know how I was connected to that story. And no wonder, when I was studying Ridelink, a lot of it was, can I help other small businesses that would be great businesses not to die like we died? And I thought that through combining technology and my knowledge on transport, we can be able to bridge that gap. So just being able to manage people has been one of the greatest challenges. How have I been able to deal with that? I think I took more of the approach of a manager or of a team player. So this is the challenge that we have at hand, guys. What can we do about it? But also, I'm a nice CEO, but I also have learned how to merge being nice and being a friend that is going to help you get better. And if you're not getting better, then you're making everyone not get better. And for the sake of everyone, unfortunately, we can't keep you on the team. So I've learned how to make sure that has to happen. A lot of it, of course, has been through mentorship, through coaching and training. Yeah, I think the other challenge that I've faced, of course, like many companies our age, is when growth happens, sometimes you're not ready for it. Or sometimes you anticipate it, but you think you're ready, and then it happens that you're like, oh wow, I think I wasn't super ready for this. So whether that is more money that you need to inject in the business, to service more customers that are coming on board, or that is you need to upskill the talent that you have, or you need to take on new hires that actually have experience in those things that you think you're struggling with, has been another lesson for us. Yeah, and I think the final one would just be that you need resilience. Business is quite interesting, and if you don't have resilience, I don't think you can get to see your dream or vision come to pass. I think resilience does a lot more than even being smart would do. Yeah. Milestones, to be honest, I didn't see Ridelink 2017. We're 2 guys running a business. A couple of years later, it's 25 guys that are fully working in the business, 13 full-time, 12 part-time. They're spread across the world, multiple wrestlers, multiple teams. So it's exciting. This is sometimes really top talent that you are excited to interact with them because they're very smart people, right? Yeah, I mean, another milestone is the fact that we've had some exciting customers that have come on, you know, that have been excited to use our service, who we would dream about. Maybe it would take us 10 years. I mean, I know people in our industry that are extremely funded, and some of these customers are working with us because of how we deliver on the promise that we make. And for me, that's a major win for us in terms of validation, in terms of the service that we provide. Yeah, I think those are some of the big accolades that we are proud of. Of course, as an individual, as a CEO, to have a team, the same team for 1 year, for 2-3 years, it's not so easy to have that happening. For me, I count that to be a blessing. Yes, I think we were in the cohort of 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And at the time, Ridelink was doing movement of people, so we started off like a ride-hailing platform. And that's the time when we got in touch with GrowthAfrica. And so it was a bit of sharpen our value proposition, sharpen what actually the customers want, and make sure you can deliver value on that. And yeah, so they helped us through that whole year. And then later, through again another session with still GrowthAfrica, we then discovered there was more in transport. There was a lot more that the market wanted than we were offering. And we then pivoted from ride-hailing to purely logistics. And again, we did last mile logistics at the time. And we've since now focused a lot more on fast mile logistics, which is big bulk, and also mid mile logistics. So it's a lot of across the border kind of movement of logistics and moving logistics within the country. And yeah, we have learned a lot of lessons in that period. I think one of them that stands out is the fact that the Daniel and the Ridelink of 2017, 2018 loved to work, did not appreciate pressure. And we've since come to think of pressure or challenging moments as an opportunity for growth. And so we actually embrace more. So you find that it's an opportunity to, challenge yourselves. And as anyone would say, that entrepreneurship is about solving problems. So rather than be scared about a new challenge, we look at it as an opportunity to say, okay, what new thing can I come up with to solve the challenge ahead? Or can I improve an old practice to just deal with the current problem? And so that way you find that you're excited every time you find pressure, and it's an opportunity for you to, sort of come up with something new, the next big thing. And that's been a big plus in our later years of doing business.